With me, I have Amnesty Bynum Brake. She is a 2019 medical assistant graduate from our Raleigh campus. Thank you so much for joining me, Amnesty.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Awesome. So we'll just go ahead and jump into the questions so that the current students and prospective students can hear a little bit about your story and your career. So let's jump into where you're working now. So where are you working and what is your current job title?
So I'm currently a medical assistant too. I do work for Duke Vascular Specialist. I'm located in the Briar Creek location, but I do float back and forth from the Raleigh location. So I kind of do both as a medical assistant.
Great. And then in your specific job, what are some of the daily tasks that you have?
So I do room the patients, make sure I do have the correct patient. I get blood pressures, temperatures, make sure that their information in the chart is correct, such as medications, allergies, their history, and then kind of go from there. Just make sure they don't have any questions specifically for the provider, and then I let the provider know, and then they go in to see them.
Great. And how long have you been in your current role at Duke?
I've been with Duke since 2021. I first started in pulmonary. And so from pulmonary, I moved to vascular. So they're kind of similar, but just a tad bit different. That's all.
Can you go into maybe how they are a little bit different so that our students can hear about the different ways that they can go?
Yes. So pulmonary deals with, of course, breathing. We see people who have asthma, COPD mainly, pulmonary embolisms, things of that nature. Vascular, we see more of people who are more amputees, who have lymphedema, any vascular or varicose veins. So the the patient population is different. The only thing that I would say is similar is the testing before their appointments. So most of our vascular patients do have ultrasounds before their appointments. And then within pulmonary, there are pulmonary function tests with which basically just, you know, studies their breathing and how well they're breathing, of course. So those are the main differences and similarities between both.
Thank you. So you work at Duke now,
Mhm.
but you graduated in 2019. So can you take
Mhm.
me through the different places that you've worked and how you ultimately made it to where you are today?
So when I first graduated and I was doing my externship, I was with UNC family practice. So I got a little bit of experience there. And then that didn't quite work out for me like I wanted it to. So I ended up going with the staffing agency just to kind of get back into medical assistant and see what other different specialties I could go into. So I ended up at pulmonary. From pulmonary, like I said, I just went to vascular. Within the pulmonary system, we had an endocrine office right in there too. So I did get a little bit of experience with endocrine, the H1Cs and glucose levels and all that good stuff. So I did get a little bit of experience with that too.
Awesome. Let's go back to before you enrolled at ECPI.
Mhm.
You were looking for schools, you found ECPI. What made you want to pursue medical assisting?
So I've been a CNA for over 10 years. So I've been in the medical field. I've did some sitter work, just sitting with patients within the hospital settings. So I knew that I did want to just continue with medical. I didn't know if I wanted to be a nurse right away. So I was like, let me just put my foot down in medical assistant, see what it's like. And then if I wanted to continue, then I knew I could always do that.
Yeah. So you've always or you have been in the healthcare industry for quite some time, and so you're
Yes.
looking to get that next level of your career.
Yes.
So what do you love about what you do?
Just the patients overall. You see a variety of different patients. So I just love taking care of people, just, hearing people's stories, um, the fast paced within the office setting, and then just learning new things every day. Even though, you work at one place, you still learn something new every single day. So learning something new and kind of just getting that experience and that knowledge is kind of what's been keeping me here.
Yeah. Um, so you went through school to be a medical assistant. You kind of already had some CNA experience or a lot. How how was it different when you actually got your job as a medical assistant than what you were expecting in school, or was it what you expected?
I think it is kind of what I expected. A lot of the things that they taught us we're actually doing on a day-to-day basis. So I wouldn't say that anything is different. The only thing that may be a little bit different is just the specialty that you go into. So you're going to do basically the same things within each specialty, but they do have different areas of expertise for you. So
Yeah. And then let's talk about your specific schooling at ECPI. What classes at ECPI or features about how we structure our classes, what's prepared you most for your current career?
let's see, I wrote down two classes. Office procedures and patient intake were two classes that definitely helped me within the patient setting. So just getting to know the information of the patient and learning, what they're coming for and how that will affect their, diagnosis when the doctor or the provider comes in. Definitely medical terminology, because those medications they're still there and it's still sometimes hard to say those words, but if you just kind of refresh your mind and things that that you're going to see on a regular basis, they start coming to you. So once you get in and get your foot wet and just keep going, everything will come right to you. So it's easy to pick up, if this is what you want to do. It's pretty easy to pick up and you'll keep going.
Great. What's your advice for current students who are studying to be a medical assistant?
Let's see, what advice? I would say just keep moving forward. Even if it looks like things will be hard for you, um, just keep going. Put your best foot forward. Have a great attitude, definitely. Have some courtesy, patience, definitely, for the patients and for the work environment as well. And as long as you know what you're doing and you got a good group of people around you, you can always succeed.
Thank you so much. Well, I really appreciate your time today and giving back to ECPI and helping out the current students. So thank you so much again.
All right. Thank you for having me again. I appreciate it.